Hello, my name is Gaurav and this is Neat Design. So today we are going to learn how to create this awesome, amazing loading animation with HTML and CSS. So without any further ado, let's begin. So as usual, I have two files open in my text editor called markup.html and styles.css. So let's start creating markup in markup.html. So let's create basic HTML template and let's change the title to amazing loading animation okay, and let's link our CSS file in it. So styles, so in body let's create a main element and inside that let's create 4 divs. So div into 4 and let's give them their individual classes. So I'm typing class is equals to, and let's type square dash and 1 2 3 and 4. Okay, so that's it for markup. Let's move on to our styles now. So let's target the body itself and let's set the height to 100 VH and let's say background of slate gray. Okay, so now let's target our main and let's display it as a grid. Okay, and let's say grid template rows is equals to 40 pixels. So that's the width of the our square items. Okay, and let's say grid template and columns 40 pixels. So right now we can't see it because they don't have any background color. So let's do one thing, let's target them individually, square dash 1 and let's say background of this beautiful color honeydew. Okay, so as you can see our first square is showing up now. So let's copy this thing and paste it 3 times, so it will become 4. So square 2, square 3 and square 4. And for backgrounds let's say peach puff, light blue and light pink for the square 4. Okay, let's save it, light pink. Okay, so as you can see our 4 squares are showing up, but we want them to display in the center. So to do that what we need to do is I'll show you one thing. Let me give it a background of black. So as you can see our main is occupying only this much of area. So to make it full screen what we need to do is let's display as a grid on the body. So let's say display grid, the main is occupying the full screen now, and let's remove the default margin from the body and let's say justify content to center and align. Let me save it. So as you can see justify content will center it horizontally, and to make it vertically center what we need to do is align content center. Okay, so let's remove this black color. So now our squares are in the center of the page. So let's give them their animation properties and values. So let's say animation, and the animation name is going to be slide dash 1 on the square one, and it's going to be 4 seconds long, and it is going to loop infinitely. So we are going to say infinite. Let's copy this thing and let's paste it 3 times here, and let's change their name to respective orders. So slide 2, slide 3 and slide 4. The animation duration is going to be the same, and animation loop is going to be the same as well. Okay, so now let's write the keyframes for each animation. So let's start with the slide 1 animation. So let's say add keyframes and space slide dash 1, and here we are going to say start from the, we can say 0% or from, but I'm going to say from, and we are going to say transform translate 0%. Okay, so at 0% we are not doing any changes. Okay, so let's start with that, and let's say 25%. At 25%, let's say transform translate and 100% horizontally and 0% vertically. Okay, so as you can see, our first slide is moving 100% to its right because we have set translate to 100% horizontally but 0% vertically. So now let's copy this code and let's paste it here, and let's say 50% and 75%. So at 50%, what we are going to do is let's move 100% horizontally and vertically 100% as well. So as you can see, first it's going to its right, waits a bit and then goes down. Okay, so at 75%, what we are going to do is we are going to move it left. Okay, so let's say translate 0% horizontally. So again it will move to its left side, and for the vertical we are not going to change anything. Okay, so let's save it. So at 0% we are doing nothing. At 25% we are moving the element to its right, then down, and then again left. Okay, and because we have set the repeat to infinite, it will again go to its initial place. Okay, so likewise let's do for other squares as well. So let me paste it 3 times more. Okay, so this slide 1, slide 2. So for slide 2, again we are doing nothing at 0% here. At 25% we are doing nothing horizontally, but vertically we are moving it down, and at 50% we are moving it to its left. So horizontally negative 100% and vertically 100% as well, and at 75% we are keeping that negative 100% and 0% for the vertical. Okay, so it will goes up. Okay, so as you can see, our second slide is also animating now. So let me type their respective orders inside them, so you won't be confused with them. So as you can see, this first one, second one, we haven't done any changes on third and fourth, so let's do that now. So let's change it to slide 3. So the slide 3 is this light blue color. Okay, so for this thing, what we are going to do is we are starting from 0%, we translate 0, and at 25% what we are doing is nothing on the horizontal, but we are moving it up a bit, 100%. At 50% what we are going to do is we are moving it to its right, so translate 100% and negative 100%. So at 50% we are moving it to its right by saying translate 100% horizontally, and we are keeping this minus 100% to remain at top. And for 75% we'll say 100% horizontally, so it will remain to its right side, and 0% for the vertical, so it goes down again. Okay, so as you can see, the number 3 slide is going up first. Here it is going up because we have set the transform to negative 100% vertically, and then it moves to its right. Okay, and then it goes down again. So for the fourth slide, what we need to do is let's change the slide 4 animation name, and again we are doing nothing at the 0% or the initial point. So at 25% we are saying translate x minus 100%, so it will goes to its right, and 0 for the y or vertical. So at 50% we are keeping that negative 100%, but for the vertical we are saying minus 100%, and for the 75% we'll say 0% for the x value or horizontally, and negative 100 for the vertical. So let's save that. So as you can see, our loader is loaded and they are moving very smoothly. So let's remove these numbers from them. So here we can see we have got this amazing loading animation, which is very simple to do but quite tricky if you don't understand it. So let me show you one animation how it is working. So let's see. So let's comment out these 3 divs. Okay, so for the slide 1, what we are doing here is we are saying do nothing at 0%. At 25% move right. Okay, do nothing on the y axis. At 50% we are keeping it to its right and also moving it to the bottom, and for the 75% we are resetting the x value, so it will come back to its left, and but for the y axis we are keeping it down. Okay, so when the animation ends, because we have set the repeat to infinite, it will come to its original position. Okay, so as you can see, first it is going to its right, then down, then left, and then again to its top. Okay, so we have done same thing, not the same thing, but according to their position we have changed their transform properties. Okay, so that's it guys, we have created this amazing loading animation with HTML and CSS. So now what I'll do is, so these are squares. Okay, so if you want the rounded ones, what we can do is we can set a single property called border radius and let's set it to 50%. So this is also a great option. I think this looks much cooler than the previous one. So that's it guys, we have created this amazing but simple loading animation using only HTML and CSS.